With nearly 34,000 stores in 78 countries, Starbucks is one of the fastest growing companies in the United States. The company skyrocketed from 46 stores in 1989 to 32,660 by 2020, and there's no reason to believe it has any plans of slowing down. So how exactly did the brand spur such phenomenal growth? And more importantly, what can we learn from it? I know that not all of us have multi-million-dollar marketing budgets lying around, which makes replicating Starbucks' tactics at the same level nearly impossible. However, there are still some core principles behind the Starbucks marketing strategy that nearly any brand can borrow and implement. It's not Starbucks coffee you're getting, it's the Starbucks experience. Starbucks is the clear market leader in the coffee house industry, but why? Is Starbucks coffee really that amazing? Maybe. There is something else at play. Something very social, the meticulously cultivated Starbucks consumer experience. After Howard Schultz bought the company from its founding members in 1987, he focused on making Starbucks the third place. The idea of the third place is one that exists between work and home. It's a space where people want to hang out and relax. There's just something comforting about ordering a nice cup of coffee and being encouraged to sit in the shop with your laptop and work. On top of that, Starbucks also serves as an oasis for meeting up with friends, having a snack, and relaxing in a comfy chair while listening to the latest indie playlists. That's the type of cultivated experience Starbucks provides. It's cool, clean, atmospheric, the baristas are friendly, and the coffees have nice names. The problem is that most companies are completely disconnected from the experiences they provide. In an interesting study, Bain found that 80% of CEOs believe that they are providing a great experience, yet only 8% of their customers agreed. That's a huge experience gap. In short, consumers buy experiences, not products. Businesses like Starbucks understand this important principle. By using experience to frame traditional products, you can make your product endlessly more valuable. If you're not competing on experience, you are essentially in a race to the bottom. As McDonald's first demonstrated, product consistency may trump quality and creativity for keeping customers coming back. McDonald's has franchises all over the world, and yet wherever you go, you know you're in a McDonald's, and every aspect of that experience will be consistent. Starbucks is essentially the same story. They serve millions of cups of coffee and sugary ice cream shakes each day. Yet you can walk into your local Starbucks and another one an hour away and have the same experience. I know that their sizing will still be referred to in the same Italian name sizes, tall, grande, venti, etc. And the coffee I order in one store will taste exactly the same as in the other store. From the atmosphere in their stores, to their digital content, to their advertising, everything looks, sounds, and feels like Starbucks. The end result? The experience you have with Starbucks always feels consistent, whether you're reading a social post, waiting in line, watching a TV ad, or interacting with their brand in any way, anywhere. Consistent brands act as a beacon amongst the clutter of modern life, and a mental shortcut for customers. For Starbucks cafes, even though the owners have a certain freedom to run the facility, they have to ensure to deliver the core Starbucks qualities. These include indie music, comfortable community tables for remote work, reliable, quick wireless internet connection, charging outlets. In many ways, Starbucks' social media strategy is an extension of its store's famous, calm, inviting, and warm ambiance. The general tone of Starbucks' social media presence has been personable, sleek, interactive, and non-intrusive. Take this social post on Instagram, for instance. The photo is bright, modern, clean, and 100% reflective of the Starbucks brand. In short, keeping a consistent brand experience for your customers is key to bringing them back to your company and creating brand advocates out of your customers. It's the little things that matter. Attention to detail is a prime characteristic of high-performing organizations, and Starbucks is a perfect example of that. In 2016, Starbucks partnered with Spotify for the music it now pipes through its stores. It's also integrating the streaming music service into its mobile app, letting customers see what's playing and save it for later. The Spotify playlists are carefully curated to help create the ambiance of a local coffee shop. Holly Hinton and David Legre, the in-house music curators, are responsible for what gets played. Their sole work is searching for the right tracks and artists that they can see are fit to be played in the coffee shop. In an interview with Fast Company, Holly Hinton said, "We want our customers to walk in and have a 'what's that song' moment. We want them to hear interesting, cool music that they might not hear when they turn the radio on. It's the music that we'd want to hear on Sunday morning when we're reading the paper and drinking coffee. It's a friend-to-friend personal." Aside from its strange cup-size names and seemingly endless menu of frozen drinks, Starbucks is probably best known for its inability to get its customers' names right. I know it's happened to me more than a few times. Starbucks doesn't have to handwrite names. Almost every other fast food chain simply prints a number on your receipt while your order is prepared. Starbucks' seemingly quaint, handwritten order system isn't there because they don't get technology either. Their mobile app is state-of-the-art and is leading the way in cashless payments by smartphone. More on this in the next lesson. Why does the chain still bother with writing down names then? The fact that all baristas write your name on the takeaway beverages adds to the personalized, memorable nature of a visit to Starbucks. Calling your name out doesn't just inform you that your drink's ready, it allows a more personalized service since we love to hear and see our own name, even if it's never spelled correctly. The wonderful aroma of a good coffee shop is a great selling and branding tool. This is particularly important since research shows that the majority of the experience of drinking espresso comes from the coffee shop experience itself. When you walk into any Starbucks, a sudden whiff of that coffee aroma hits you like an ocean breeze. It's especially eye-opening at 7 a.m. when you're still trying to wake up. A couple of years ago, Starbucks reformulated its heated breakfast sandwiches. Why? Was the taste bad? Did they not sell well? No, in fact, the breakfasts were quite popular. Starbucks decided to change them up because the smell of heating egg and cheese sandwiches interfered with the coffee aroma, and therefore, the in-store experience. Not only does Starbucks go through mounds of coffee beans to satiate its raving fans, but they also have mounds of data that they leverage in many ways to improve the customer experience and their business. With 90 million transactions a week in 25,000 plus stores worldwide, the coffee giant is in many ways on the cutting edge of using big data and artificial intelligence to help marketing, sales, and business decisions. Starbucks is able to identify you through your smartphone in any location and give the barista your preferred order, as well as suggesting new treats you might be interested in trying. Starbucks' digital Flywheel program is the driver of this intel. This is a cloud-based AI that's able to recommend food and drink items to customers who didn't even know that they wanted to try something new. The recommendations change based on what makes the most sense according to other data points such as the weather, your location, and if it's a holiday or not. With the mobile app, customers can customize their drinks to borderline ridiculous specifications from the comfort of their own homes or on the go. When these customers arrive at the store, they're greeted by warm smiles and a cup with their name handwritten on the side, bypassing the line like the VIPs they are. The convenience is something money can't buy, making Starbucks the obvious choice for any customer looking for good coffee and even better customer experience. In the past, company executives have also revealed that Starbucks is using the power of data to drive its real estate decision-making process. As you're probably well aware, you pretty much can't go anywhere without being within walking distance of a Starbucks storefront or kiosk. Case in point, I'm writing this from a Starbucks right now, and there are 2 others within a half mile of my current location. Through a system called Atlas, the company links to as many external and internal APIs as possible, connecting the data with R, the programming language for statistical computing, to build cannibalization models that can determine the impact on existing stores if a new store enters the area. Starbucks also uses external data to forecast the economic viability of opening a new store in a particular location based on population density, average incomes, and traffic patterns. Fun fact, there actually is a phenomenon in the real estate industry called the Frappuccino Effect. It's defined as the noticeable increase in home prices in a Starbucks after a store opens, or in other words, gentrification. Since 1997, homes located close to a Starbucks have appreciated 96%, almost doubling their value. Given the innovative ways in which the company is using data, it seems obvious that many competitors in the fast food and beverage business should take notice and have a lot to learn from Starbucks' attitude towards data. It was a little surprising. I used to dislike Starbucks. I perceived Starbucks to be a simple fast food chain selling highly overpriced, sugary coffees with overly fancy names. Plus, the idea of having to say venti or tall instead of large and small was and still is pretty annoying on many different levels. However, I've come to the realization that the company sells much more than just coffee. It also sells personalization, comfort, consistency, as well as a welcoming atmosphere in a list of fancy drinks unique to the Starbucks brand. I believe it is for the same reason that Starbucks has managed to remain premium while also becoming ubiquitous. Overall, it is successful because it was able to provide an experience that changed how much of the world thought about coffee shops and how many of us drink coffee outside of our homes. Starbucks created a third place between home and work where people can relax, enjoy a cup of coffee, and experience the inviting ambience. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and feel free to subscribe to stay updated with our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching!